So, Sage.
Hold on, I gotta get comfy.
Therapy time.
Okay, therapy time.
Update on what has gone on.
In my life over the past couple weeks.
Or even the last 24 hours were pretty eventful.
The last 24 hours were pretty eventful. This is off to a great start.
Honestly, this has been harder than I thought.
It's hard.
It's hard listening to yourself talk, and like now I'm overthinking about everything I'm saying out into the world.
Having to go back and edit our podcast and re-listen to ourselves and watch ourselves on the videos too. It's pretty humbling, actually.
It kind of is.
Yeah, we get pretty mean to ourselves. Like, why did you say that? And that didn't even make any sense. And do you actually believe that? Why did you literally just say that out loud? And we're also having such a battle of what it is that we need to share with the world and what we need to keep a secret.
Not necessarily that it's a secret, but sometimes I feel like not everyone needs to know everything, but also I'm such an open book that I'm like, why not? I'll tell them.
Yeah, me too.
I don't really care, but sometimes life would be a little better if I kept my mouth shut just a little bit.
Yeah, but I also think it would be a little bit easier if I just didn't really care what anybody else had to
true.
say, and I just
That's
lived
true.
my life and did what I wanted to do.
That's very true. Like, talking is so easy, but then when you do it in front of a camera, it becomes completely different, and you're overthinking everything that you're saying. Mm-hmm. That's why sometimes I word vomit because I don't know what to say.
Me too. Yeah, and I think that my opinion does really change. I'm very hot and cold, so even though I might have felt a certain way last week, it's possible that I'll feel differently this week.
You're like, actually, now that I think about it, do I feel that way?
Yeah, last podcast episode I was telling everyone that I was celibate. In this podcast episode I have a hickey on my neck.
That is funny. That is so funny.
Yeah.
It's okay for your opinion to change, though.
Yeah.
You don't have to have one opinion for the rest of your life. You never know what's gonna happen.
You never know. You never know.
You never know.
You never know. Every day brings a different opportunity for life to happen.
Every day is a new day. That's why today is a new start. Do you want to talk about it or not really?
Should we talk about it? I haven't had a hickey on my neck in so long.
Yeah, that's like first signs of dating.
Yeah, like we've
fun.
been...
Like, I want to give you a hickey because like I want.
I didn't want it to. It happened really, really fast. The boy was 4 years younger than me. That's so weird. And he just let his emotions get the best of him for just a second, but I had to reel him back in and keep him grounded.
Well, you have to if you're 4 years older than you. You gotta reel it in. You gotta let him know. Hey, you're not old enough to act like that yet. I'll tell you when you're older.
I will always be in charge. I will always be in charge. Okay, so we did talk about that today, where how our very first episode that we put out, we talked about how it should be okay to like give your number out and take risks and go talk to guys and put yourself out there. But truthfully, I want the man to do everything. I do. I want him to seek me out. I want him to put in the effort. And like over the last week, I gave my number out twice to 2 different guys. Neither of them responded, by the way. Stupid.
I think they must have lost your numbers.
We did decide that was the only logical explanation, was that
like they must have like accidentally put it in
or they had a
wrong.
girlfriend.
But I also think like
did my 4 look like a 9?
Well, like, why act interested if you're not willing to like receive someone's number?
Yeah, don't flirt with me for just no reason, you know? Which I guess like little flirtatious banter can be fun, and it's good practice, which it was a really good way to test my confidence and put myself out there. But like truthfully, it's hard because at the end of the day, like I want a man to get all my doors. I want to feel like a spoiled little princess. I almost said get everything I want, but that like sounds so brattier than I actually mean it to be.
It sounds so brattier.
It does.
It sounds so brattier.
So much brattier.
But also, like, I like the same thing. Like, open my doors, like, pay for... I don't know. It's so hard because I feel like it's such a controversial opinion right now because women are starting to be like, no, like, we need to pay for the man's dinner and all that kind of stuff.
Cool.
But, like, I
don't
make men money, though. I make woman money. So how am I supposed to afford all the things?
Which then to go back to controversial opinions, I've actually heard that the men to women pay ratio balance is finally starting to, like, show.
Not for me. Just kidding.
But they are doing harder risk jobs. I could never, ever work construction. Ever. And they don't get paid jack. They're putting in 60-hour weeks. Like, they're getting a lot of money because they're working hard. Like,
yeah, that's very true.
I like to be a little just sit in my office and look cute kind of girly. I did just start a waitressing job, though, and that has been really fun. I do also like the hustle, but I like to look cute, and I like to talk to people, and I like to socially interact. I'm not going to go out and sledgehammer like, ever.
And, like, crawl around in the dirt and stuff. Like, ew. And plus, I would look so gross in orange. Like, seriously, a neon orange, like, that clashes with being a ginger so hard.
I love looking good, yeah.
There are a lot of blue-collar women, though. A mad respect for them.
Mad respect.
Let's clap for them right now.
Round of applause for all of the women out there.
That is a badass
doing
woman.
men jobs.
But yeah, I'm not very strong.
Yeah. So basically, basically,
I said I'm not very strong. Like what?
Yeah. So basically, I didn't mean to do that. I just blocked it out. I was thinking about the next topic of conversation.
You wanted to say,
yeah, our mom has been listening to these podcasts too, which, by the way, I did make a mental note that we needed to apologize for dissing on our mom in the first section. My mom. First things first, I guess that our sister Callie was not an accident.
She was planned. I just don't know why they waited so long.
Yeah, they knew they wanted one. They just waited a really long time. But the next one was that we are late as well. We do happen to show up late pretty often to things. So we love you, Mom. We appreciate you. Thank you for giving birth to us.
We do have such an amazing mom that, like, the worst thing about her is that she's late sometimes. Like, that's the worst thing I could say about her.
Really, I feel like such a brat sometimes when I hear other people's childhood stories that they tell, and I'm like, oh, my mom packed my lunch until I was a junior in high school, and she wrote
sometimes wrote notes.
And wrote notes. Yeah. He was smart. He was kind. He was important. Like, I love you. Have a good day. And
Mom is the reason for me loving thoughtful notes. Like, if you write me a note, I love it so much. And I like to write people notes, and I think that's because our mom did it so much for us.
She's so good about birthdays and stuff, too. Like, holidays. She made every holiday. For Valentine's Day, we'd have pink pancakes and St. Patrick's Day green breakfast.
For sure.
Like, she just was so good at just, like, always going above and beyond for things.
We have an amazing mother.
Yeah,
and people who know our mom, like, in high school, everyone was like, oh yeah, I love your mom so much. And I'm like, yeah, because she's amazing.
She does just get along with everybody. She makes friends with everybody. Literally becomes friends with a lady in the line at the grocery store. And next thing I know, she's telling them why me and my ex broke up. And she doesn't even know this person. There's beef with that one too. We both have loud mouths sometimes. And one thing that I do a lot is that I always find any excuse to bring up my siblings. I'm like, someone's in the middle of a conversation. I'm like, oh, me and my sister, we're just talking. I just scratched you.
No, it's okay.
Just talking about that. The amount of people I've told over the last 2 weeks that our little brother joined the National Guard.
I was gonna bring that up. I will, like, see someone with, like, an army shirt on, and I'm like, how can I bring up that my brother is, like, in the army too? Even though I, like, know nothing of, like, I'm learning about it because he's in it, but all of a sudden I have this, like, draw towards people who, like, if I see, like, an army sticker, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love you! Hi, thanks for serving.
Oh, thanks for your service.
But yeah, like you said, bringing him up, and I did the same thing. Or like you said, me and my sister. I think it's also because you're the only people I talk to. So I don't really have a lot of other experiences in life except for me and my sister, or me and my brother, or me and my mom, or
me and my family.
Me and my family. Yeah, family is cool.
It is cool. I think that we do have a really good family too. Like, our childhood was just, every family comes with its drama and its hardships and learning experiences and trauma too. But we had it pretty easy overall. And I think that I got stuck with a really, really good group of people to learn it all with as well. Like that theory that we chose to who we were going to come down to earth with. We chose our family. I like believe it just because there's literally nobody else on this planet that is so much like me other than my family. Like,
yeah.
I just believe that. I do. I believe in like soul contracts too. Like seeing a person and just kind of immediately knowing that you're going to have a connection. I was thinking this earlier when we were talking about the men and dating thing. Part of the reason why I think that I wouldn't ever be happy in a relationship where I chase the man is because I've always had a dream that like my future person sees me and they know immediately like that is the girl that I like want to be with, which you do feel that. I've experienced that with a lot of people in my life. Like I feel like you can just look at a person and just know that you're going to be important to me in somehow, some way, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. I just have had that experience so many times to like discount it, but I just want them to just know like that's the girl. I want her. Especially because I feel like I'm kind of shy and awkward and it takes me a little bit. So I want to just like, I don't know. That was me going on a tangent, but there was a point to it. You were soul ties.
Yeah,
I think that's
soul
what it
contract,
was.
and knowing when people are going to come into your life. No, I totally get what you're saying, and I agree. I think we've talked about this before, and like knowing that you will have a relationship in the future. You're like, I don't know why I'm like connected to you, but for some reason, there's something that
we're supposed to learn from each other. Yeah,
whether it is that just like a little chapter, or it's like they're in your life for a couple of years, and you're like, oh, that's why like I have that feeling about them. But
and if soul ties are true, then that stands for pretty much every relationship that you have, knowing that you knew them previous to this life and you're like, all right, you know, we're gonna F each other up a little bit, but like we're gonna do it anyway. I'll see you down there.
We're gonna learn from it. You're like, see you down there. Catch you on the other side.
Catch you on the flip side.
See you when we trauma bond.
Yikes.
I just did the finger gun like 8 times. Not necessary.
Yeah. No, but it happened. It was at a wedding, and it was one of those things where we looked at each other and we both just knew, I'm going where you're going.
There was a soul connection.
It was a soul tie. Yeah, which is cool because I said that I wanted to take a long break. I say long, it was like 4 months. It's pretty much been over 4 months now, so it was good. And I've been trying to put myself out there. I was like, I think I'm ready to like get out there again, and it happened.
It has been a while and I think that's good to take a little break. And like, I don't even really feel like you have to put a label on anything. And just kind of let life do its thing. You know, like if you decide to meet someone and things go a little frisky,
get a little frisky, get a little crazy
at the wedding, you know, you like go to reach for the dessert and
your hands bump. One thing too that I discovered last night is that when I am facing a difficult decision, I will often ask myself how Cheyenne would receive the news. How she
WWCD. What would Cheyenne do? I love it. You're like, what?
Yeah,
what would she do?
Literally last night. The guy's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm just thinking about how I'm going to tell my sister.
He's like, you're with me right now and you're thinking about your sister and you're like, yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to get a picture the entire time too of him for her. I almost said, hey, can I send a picture to my sister really fast?
Make sure.
I should have just done it. Yeah. Nobody did drop me off at her house and we checked the Ring doorbell camera so she could see what he looked like.
Unfortunately, I didn't get the best glimpse of him.
Yeah.
I need to invest in like a 360 camera.
Yeah. He did get out and open my door when he dropped me off. He got all my doors. It was very nice.
And he got your bag for you.
My bag. You dirty little
sorry.
Oh, sorry.
We can cut that out. Yeah, that was really cute. He got the door for you.
Yep. What else? We said that we wanted to talk about night crawlers too.
Okay, is this because you know when you like see stuff on TikTok and you thought it was like a unique experience to you and you find out that like 3 million people have also had that same thought or done that same thing. I wonder if this is a universal thing or if this is just a weird us thing.
I figured it was a universal thing.
Yeah, but there's no way other people haven't gone and done this, like scorpion hunting.
Yeah.
Or
so what it is that we're talking about is catching night crawlers.
Yes, we should have explained that.
We should have explained that. With that.
We used to go out only at nighttime, and it had to be like, what, after it rained?
I think it was like
something.
after it rained. Mm-hmm,
and there
the ground
would be,
was soft,
yeah.
and the worms would come up to the surface.
Mm-hmm. And there would be these ginormous, like, Big Bertha worms.
Big Bertha
These weren't
worms.
regular little gummy
Them
worms.
are night crawlers.
They were night crawlers, dude. And they were
night crawlers.
and
They
we-
got big.
And we would collect them, I think.
We just caught them.
We just caught them.
After the rain, they would come up into the grass, and you would just grab them as fast as you could. You would take a flashlight, and you would shine it onto the big giant worm.
Jig bias.
Bertha worm.
Yeah, but why did we do that? Did we keep them? I have dyslexia only when I talk.
But it's only when I talk.
I can read perfectly fine. I can't speak very good, though.
You got a speech impediment.
That's what it is.
No!
State justice on the regular, by the way. This isn't like, it's like almost every time she talks. Sometimes it's like people's names.
All the time.
Who was that one time? Who was it? And you messed it up like 4 times. You were like,
Renna and Brett. I mean, Brett and Renna. I mean.
and I was like, Brett and Brenna? Yeah, that was so
bad. Yeah, so we used to catch night crawlers.
Did anyone else do that?
Did anyone else do that? You literally just hunted for them, got your hands in the mud, just tried to get them as fast as you could. I don't really
We
think
should do that tonight.
Okay.
Revisit that.
We should. That's so
Because it
funny.
would probably be a good time.
Yeah, it's been raining.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Except for that stop. Like, we did that a lot when it was me, you, and Rhett.
Yeah, but it was when we grew up in a really small mountain town.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we did it.
We didn't do that in Queen Creek.
Or in Idaho.
It probably didn't rain that much in Queen
I don't
Creek.
know. That's what I was thinking. It must have to be in wetter
But it would
climate.
seem like this would be a good climate to do it.
Yeah.
But how
I
come we
think
never
so,
did
too.
that with
Except the
Reading
ground might just be
Callie?
frozen. I don't know. We might have to check with our family, see if they're down to catch some night crawlers.
Our dad taught us that, so he must have done it as a child.
Yeah.
Like, he was the one that encouraged us to go find the big worms.
Yeah, we used to do it with like our cousins and stuff too.
That's
like,
true.
They would come and stay with us, but I don't
want to
know
go find night crawlers.
You're like, just gonna say that sometimes Cheyenne and I will have little country accents come out, but it's funny because we also like, I'm gonna shake my ass. I want to shake my ass now, right here. Like, we got that in us too.
And also very much the Valley Girl talk. Like, I'll be like, yeah.
Yeah, that
So I was at the store, and I'm like,
what do they call that? The
Valley Girl.
There's the burnt.
Oh, the like vocal cords, stripped vocal cords.
Yeah, the burnt vocal cords or something like that. Yeah, I know.
They're definitely a
I'm
little
like,
crispy.
"Yaw." That's what I just did. Yaw.
You sound like that guy with SpongeBob.
Yeah.
He's like, "Oh."
Did you feel it? Oh my god.
Having braces is a very humbling too.
Very
Because I just know every time I talk, there's like a wind blowing through my gap.
I get a lisp too.
Yeah.
I get a lisp.
I do too. Sometimes I like get stuck talking. Like I'm like, like you know. That's
so funny.
I shouldn't have done that in public. I'm feeling embarrassed.
Don't.
I'm not actually.
This is a safe space.
I'm in my own home.
I'm the one that made fun of you. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's just what siblings do. We grew up in a family where teasing is kind of like a love language.
Yeah.
So like if I don't tease you, I think that's more of a concern because I don't tease people out of like trying to make them feel bad.
Mean, yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes I'm like, I just need to point out every flaw, like the way that they talk. Like if someone like accidentally stutters, I will laugh for a good 10 minutes.
But then I'm agreeing with you and I said, yo!
But also I stutter, so I'm like, I'm not laughing at you, I'm laughing with you.
Yeah, and I stutter. What? was gonna say I laugh when I stutter too. Like I can't.
Yeah, like I'll make fun of myself.
Yeah, but sometimes I see people like stutter and they just blow it off so cool. I'll like make it a bigger deal than it actually needs to be. I'm like, oh, sorry, I can't talk very well.
Yeah, I do.
Just fix it.
Yeah.
Don't draw so much attention to it.
Yeah, like just blow it off.
Move on.
I need to be better at that. But instead I'm like, why did I say that? Sorry.
I'm feeling a little goofy.
I like when you say silly. I'm feeling a little silly.
I'm feeling a little silly.
It's just silly.
It's just silly. Yeah, so.
We don't really have a topic of discussion today because we kind of wanted to get into...
Our mom just pulled up. Our mom just got here. And yeah, we're not really sure the route that we are going with this, but like we said, it has been a very humbling experience so far. It's been a very big learning experience as well, and I think that's what the one thing that we just need to remind ourselves is that we're learning how to figure this all out, and I think that is kind of, what we're all here to do is learn and grow together. They're all coming up to the door.
And they have food in their hands.
We're just watching them, not even helping.
They need help opening the door. We're not getting up. We could have helped you open the door, but we didn't.
Does anybody want to say hi?
We were just talking about our family.
About catching night crawlers. Why have we
that?
never done that with Reed and Callie?
Okay, thanks for the input, Dad.
What?
What's your podcast called?
Hard to be humble.
This is Reed. He wanted to say hi.
This is Reed.
Callie, we wanted you to come say hi because we talked about
Callie,
you in our
come
last
say hi.
podcast.
Why'd you flick your hair at me like that?
And the whole time that you guys are talking about me.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is Callie.
She was, in fact, planned. And she was
planned. She was not an accident.
And she's the best little sister we could ever ask for.
We do love her. And Rita's the best little brother we could,
Yeah.
we have another little brother. We do have another little brother. I'm like, I do.
Oh, wait, the best little brother? I guess I have
best
two
little brother named
brothers.
Reed.
Yeah. Yeah, the best youngest brother.
Yeah. So do you guys have any advice?
One little brother, so.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I never had a big brother.
I never
She
had
gets
a big
to have a big
sister,
brother and I don't.
I'm the oldest. How do you think it feels?
That sucks.
At least you got an older sister, and she was cool,
Yeah.
and she dressed good,
I did get your hand-me-downs.
and she's funny.
Okay.
Well, anyways, words.
Anyways.
Stop! And Reed called me out for it too.
Were you saying anyways or any
I was
wise?
trying to say any wise words.
Look
for
at
the
us, we both got
podcast,
a
but
younger
I was. Look at us. We both got a sibling on our arm.
You want to know? I saw a TikTok the other day that was talking about how the best part about little siblings is that they do everything for you. You're like, go get me a drink of water. How fast
can you do it?
10, 9, 8. They're like, ah, and then they get up.
Whenever Callie asked me,
Cute.
most of the time I put salt in it.
Oh, that's just rude.
Callie asked me to do it, and I put salt in it.
Okay, we're running out of time, so we have to say goodbye.
Bye.
Oh.
Bye. We could tell
yeah.
that why we got the name from our family. So let's talk about this book that our grandma wrote.
Our grandma and
Great Grandma Alva.
Grandpa Alva. And
Oh.
oh, this is bad.
Great
This is really
Grandpa
bad.
Alva and Great Grandma Carmen.
They made shirts for a family reunion one year that said it's hard to be humble with a family like mine, and that's always just stuck with us. And I feel like Grandma Carmen whispered in my ear, call your podcast hard to be humble.
Thank you, Grandma Carmen.
Thank you, Grandma Carmen. Okay. All right. Stay humble. Peace out.